going on YouTube, I figured I would show you how I make EXP fast and really easy. So this is going to be a zero evidence, zero sanity run. Apocalypse 2 settings, essentially, just minus the other stuff. A little bit tweaked here and there. In fact, y'all can use this if you're trying to get that silver challenge. But you're going to be running with this on the Edge build, which I know is a popular EXP strat that a lot of people do use, just because you have access to the front door, which is why I do like it. But this is how I do it. This is how the strat I use to level up. So I do feel like this is just a RNG based luck. You are basing this off the first hunt. Keep in mind some ghosts are just not going to give their stuff away during the first like 40-50 seconds of the match. So, with that being said, you just have to know the abilities. You have to know the blink speed, footstep stuff. I don't have that on my channel, but there's tons of videos out there for it that will help you with that. Personally, I don't got the time to explain all that because I don't really have much time to play this game anyway. I'm always busy at work, so I decided to show you how I personally do this. So, without further ado, we're going to get into the settings for this. Just know that I do have it based off a lot of the hunts here are in fact edited, just to prove that this doesn't happen. In fact, I believe this is where over an hour and a half worth of gameplay, edited down to 18 minutes. And that being said, you can just see that these are full hunts, and there are some of the other hunts that I did leave out of this that I did get. It's just I didn't want this video to be overly long. So like I said, we are going to get into the settings here, actually right now here in a few seconds. So let's just get into those momentarily. And it's just like I said, 0 sanity, 0 restoration. Make sure you have hunt duration set to medium. Don't be burning through your smudge sticks. That'd be bad. So like I said, this is pot 2 settings. Can be used for that. So we are going to get into the actual runs now, where I do start with Edgefield. It's like one of those names, like I did say, this is origin based. This is a Goryo run, and we'll explain that a little bit later. Well, I do guess Goryo every time. So I usually grab the crucifix, salt, smudge, of course. I do like the tier 2 headlamp. This does give you a light. Sometimes the ghosts do not want to go into the ghost room. It takes them just a while. They will go in there eventually, but that light just distracts them quicker. Keep in mind, I believe it's 40 seconds for medium. Maybe wrong. It's like 40 or 50 second hunt, something along those lines. So I do place down the salt and turn the light on. We can look at blink speed. And the funny thing is, this is actually the second time I made in this video because I just got done and I went out deleting the biggest portion of the video. It's been a while since I edited this and used Share Factory, so wish I will move to PC for a lot of my other stuff, but this game doesn't have cross progression. So one of the reasons why you do want to get the crucifix on the floor, because again you are looping in the living room, which is really the only looping spot on this map. Honestly, it really is. There's nowhere else to loop. So I really don't get much chance to start the loop here, because the ghost does catch people off guard. So we just keep smudging it. I just vote Goryo. The reason why I do this is because Goryos are really hard to guess on their evidence due to their ability to only be visible dots through video camera. Which, again, this is their saying it's their evidence. They're not going to be finding the ghost from this anyway. So Goryo's could be one of those ghosts that you're just never going to guess ever on this grind just because you're just not. So that's one of the reasons why I do pick Goryo. It's just fitting. At least if you do get it, you get extra money. You do see that this does generate a good bit of money. You get tier 3 headgear, which in my opinion is not good as tier 2, just because if you do get a Venet or Hunted, everything blacks out. But it does generate good money. It all does depend on what your runs do have. So we're getting to the second run of this. Red crucifix, again, salt, then smudge, then again, lighter, of course, then tier 2 headgear. Always throw the crucifix in there first, like I do say. Sometimes it will cut you off, so sometimes you just gotta make use of what you have. And the best thing you can hope for when you do walk in there that's not a revenant, because you're pretty much dead. This is, like I said, zero grace timer, so if it does hunt you where you can throw the crucifix on the floor and it is a revenant, you're not going to have a good time. So this ghost is throwing out a lot of stuff. Shit, throwing cups, shit, TV remotes. It's throwing a pretty far distance, so this is definitely a poltergeist. And I feel like poltergeist are definitely one of the more trickier ghosts to guess on zero revenants. Just because it feels like every time a thing is a poltergeist, it's totally something else. But again, I did state before in the video, I'm kind of new to zero revenants. Never really did it. It wasn't until like level 70ish I started doing nightmare runs. Or actually level 60, I don't remember. But anyway, I do guess the poltergeist said it's obviously that. Poltergeist just throw a lot of things at once and do throw them bar. So the next run I do as we one of those ghosts. Again, that is obvious because all these ghosts are really obvious. So this ghost is going to be obvious mainly due to its movement speed outside of its ghost room, which anybody that has, decent ability on the ghost, just knowledge of the ghost of this game should really know what this ghost is. I pretty much gave it all for off the rip. So again, just throw that crucifix in there for your safety and just do everything else like you see in the video. So we're going to do that, and we're just going to continue the commentary here in a minute during the actual hunt itself. So yeah, this ghost is going to hunt really soon. So yep, so if you notice, this ghost is kind of somewhat faster at the staircase. It's really way down once it like it. So this ghost is, well, obviously a Hantu. The thing about Hantus is they're really slow outside of this room. So they're kind of really easy to loop. And actually what I do it somehow, I just have to like double click it, so I had to make sure I can grab it Hantu on that. We do leave the this, and of course, we do get it right. You can see again just how much EXP we do make off this. So I was doing this one day, and I made like level 50 to like level 72 in like hour and a half or 2 hours or something like that. So to get good runs back to back, we'll get a lot of EXP and cash off this. Again, it's like I said, this is RG based. So I do believe this next one, as I was trying to edit earlier in the video, was calling this the Mimic, which is actually what's Hantu. So again, this is one of those ghosts that I won't include in here on reason, because you're not going to get the Mimic right at all during the first hunt. And you'll see why this is the Mimic here very shortly. You're here in a few minutes once it does hunt. So the Mimic will hunt here in a minute. I do think it does burn the crucifix here. So again, it turned the breaker off, which can happen. So this is why I like the headlamp, turn it on, gives you decent visibility, that way you can look at the blinking speed. This field is not really a dark map, so you really don't need the light on anyway. So yeah, just burned the crucifix, and now this thing's ready to hunt here really soon. I believe it does come down from the stairs. Again, airball, so you already stepped into salt, so it's not a race. Airball, it can't be Oni. Onis do not have airballs. Race can't step through salt. So, this thing, in fact, does a shape shift like in a Bake, which you're going to see here when I loop it. And it's just like I said, that you don't get everything right during the first hunts anyway. The Mimic's one of those ghosts. Because one of the mimics abilities is what it does is after every hunt it changes ghost models. So right now this thing's mimicking on a bokeh, which you can see as it turns into a man with a bat right there, versus a guy with a cleaver. If I would stay here, it could be, let's say, like a Theogen next, maybe a Thaye, maybe a Revenant, something else that would be obvious, maybe an Oni with the blinking. So, I'm not sure. Yeah, it is a mimic, so it still would give that away. That's also the second name based off the step and salt and the airball, because mimics can mimic those ghosts, and you know, with doing that. So I had a mimic do that. In fact, I had a mimic step and salt one of my games. Ghost step and assault. Then when it actually hunted, it teleported and killed one of my friends using the rake ability. So just a little backstory behind that. So this next hunt, if I remember correctly, is quite interesting. This one actually does like 3 events in a minute. 2 of which are singing events, and also it sings during the ghost hunt, which based off that evidence alone. Again, if you know the ghost abilities, you should immediately know what ghost this is based off that. It pretty much gives it away. I know that's not guaranteed to go buy that because you don't got a paramic for the well it does give off, but still you can use a paramic, but again it could take a while for a Banshee to do the well. I've had it take a long time for the Banshee to do well at a mic. Sometimes it can take up more than 10 minutes, sometimes a little longer. Especially when they're on a sanity run, you get those things you're trying to eliminate ghosts based off ghost test, and you're looking for that well. One time it took over like 12 to 14 minutes for the well at the mic. So again, not something you really want. You see, I believe the first thing it actually does wing around the roses here. May not be during that one because I don't have any audio here, but I do know it. I don't think it does it there. Come over to hear the audio. I believe it's the first and third ghost events have ring around the rosy to them. Then you have the hunt itself where it actually hums during the hunt. So yeah, this is actually the point of the video I was actually finalizing the editing on when I wanted to delete some of my audio clips in this. I wanted to re-edit what I was saying because I didn't like this. But yeah, so that's 3 hunts in what feels like under a minute, which it's a little bit more, but not much more. So, that's just nuts. Like, I have over 180 hours on this game now, and I haven't really seen that many events that quick. It truly is crazy. I like this thing hunts out of the blue in the room with me. Because I had to cruise it from the floor, and this happens to me a lot in this game. It appears the way the game makers code it. Seems like they sometimes just code a ghost to wander just outside the crucifix range and it hunts. And it may not do that, but it often seems like they do it. So again, this ghost is, again, humming during the hunt. Which doesn't mean anything at all. Keep in mind, every ghost could, sing during ghost events and during hunts. It's just Banshees quite frequently do singing only in ghost events. The singing during the hunts, nothing conclusive. Really interested that, but we did guess Banshee, and turns out that was right. And I was really up in the, my mindset whether this was a miling, because again, I was a milings do a lot of events back to back. But so I heard the next singing ghost event. I'm like, yeah, this is a Banshee. So we go into the final clip here. This is an interesting clip because this ghost is going to completely burn through the crucifix. Just going to show you usually what I do when this does happen, because you can either A, leave, call it Goryo, leave, save your money, or you don't die, lose all your stuff. That would suck. You don't go up a lot of money doing that. Or you could just wing it, go get a third smudge, and just find somewhere, wait for the ghost to hunt, and go from there. But that's just another question that you may be asking yourself. So what if this is a fast ghost I can't loop? Well, this is a fast ghost you can't loop, and it's obvious you just want to smudge it, you want to find somewhere to hide. And keep in mind, in my settings, there is no hiding spots. So just get this old Sunny Meadows treatment. It's just pick a room, close the door, just pray it don't go in there. Also, yeah, close the door. I'm not sure if I said that, but if you do close the door, most of the time the ghosts, for some reason, just don't like to go into rooms with closed doors. I don't know why. This is the way the ghost passing is. If you leave the door open, a lot of ghosts will see as, okay, so the player's hiding in here. They will roam in there. Whereas if you have the door closed, I've never really seen a ghost just open the door randomly, but it can happen. So we do get a little ghost event here. See, it already burned a crucifix. In fact, it's going to burn it again. So step in the salt, so we know it's not a wraith. We're going to just go through the door. Y'all going to hear the third bleed bird right there. Remember correctly, so I grabbed my third smudge. It wasn't until that point after I heard the second burn that I'm like, so I'm going to continue with this, or I'm just going to leave. So I decided to grab the third smudge, wing it. And this does answer the question, like I said again, what if I get a fast ghost? In a lot of senses, if it's a fast ghost, especially if it's in a small room, it's not something you want, because it will break your deck pretty much instantly, because there's really much you can do. It will kill you before you even pop a smudge. And this is, in fact, my opinion, one of the most deadliest ghosts of the game, which is the Thaye. You know, one is why I like to particularly age my Thays. But I know it's a Thaye, but again, just give it the old Sunny Meadows treatment. Just pray it don't enter the room. That's one reason why you just carry a bunch of smudges, smudge it. Like I said, I believe in my last video where I had all of this edited, that if you do burn use 2 of your smudges, it pretty much ends the hunt for the most part. So we do actually get, I think, all of the objectives for this, including the Thaye, which is pretty obvious because Thays are really do give their stuff away because they're one of the fastest ghosts in the game with no line of sight speed increase. So yeah, it pretty much does conclude this video. I feel like those that are better at zero evidence will make a lot more experience than I do. Keep in mind I'm new to this. If this helped anybody, thank y'all, and please leave a like and subscribe. In the beginning of the video, Hantus are slow. Keep in mind they're only slow with the breaker on. Breaker's off, you'll see breath coming from them like this, and you'll notice they're a lot quicker and they could be a lot harder to loop. But thank you for tuning in the video.